Live.
And there we are, ORK Bikers.
Yeah! I just spray painted these bikers about 30 seconds ago.
Nice.
And they're very sticky, which is worrying me.
Mmm.
I feel like usually this stuff is bone dry, but they're all evenly sticky, so I do think it's just the paint drying.
And it's Vallejo Liquid Gold or
Yeah,
Liquid Silver?
Vallejo Liquid Silver and the Vallejo Liquid Gold line.
Gold. Yeah, it's yeah. That's always fun, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Live chat. Take the hun, hello! Lucky Bat, ooh. I just watched entirely too much Paint Bravely the podcast.
Oh, yeah?
Because I finished last week's episode, and I started this week's episode.
Mmm.
Huh? And then my phone notified me that we're streaming.
We're streaming!
Icon the 7. I just finished building the Orc Kill team in the Ontario's box. Do you have any opinions on the models? I think they're badass. I think they're super cool.
They're really good. I built them. They're really good. And there's a lot of options.
Mm-hmm.
There really is. The only thing that I hate is on one of them I have to do a little green stuff because I want one of the gas masks faces on it, and it wouldn't fit because of the gun. But I made it work.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my fault for building it wrong. I'm literally not following the instructions.
Kick the panda. Dislike the shiny. Thumbo the dude. Orcs. Xenubaq, hello. Hi.
Hello.
I need all
Welcome.
of my things for brushing. All right.
This happens. I think I'm gonna basically everything is built for my Orc Commando teams, but there's a little bit of kit bashing that I need to do, and I'm gonna need to do some 3D printing for that, and I think that's gonna be a tomorrow problem. Should be pretty good.
All right. Why did I grab 3 brushes? I need all of them. Well, maybe I can get by with just these. There we go. You know what? I'll use this brush, which is kind of crappy, but it's small enough.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Fry 24. Gene Stealer Cult is cool, but orcs are superior. Man, that's hard. Orcs or Gene Stealer Cult? I feel like Gene Stealer Cult are more unique.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Games Workshop orcs are pretty unique. But Gene Stealer Cult are like, they're unique to Games Workshop and unique in Games Workshop.
This is true.
I'm gonna work on this cape a little bit while I figure out what to do with this stickiness. I don't know if I want to put on a whole bunch of washes if there's something wrong.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea, I would say. It's never been sticky before?
It probably is. I think that when I did these, you know, maybe not long ago when I painted some orc, I think I might have let them sit overnight after putting on the metallics.
I see.
But it'd been really funny if we swung the election so that it could have been something else.
That's true. The power of the EOB.
Film of the Dude. Also, I played my first game of New Kill Team yesterday, and holy moly, it's so good. Yeah! Oh, I'm so pumped for New Kill Team.
Yeah, we played this weekend, and it was so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's not really built for 4 players.
No.
We played it as 4 players just because we had 4 people. But I think now that we all know the rules, we'll probably split off.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do like a little tournament almost.
Yeah. I am so pumped to play Space Marines. Space Marines look like they're actually going to be cool and feel like Space Marines in the game, because historically, Space Marines have never been Space Marine-y.
The
like,
baseline.
Yeah. But now, Space Marines are better than everything else, just in terms of like how much strength and actions and everything they have. Their guns are a little bit better. They can move a little bit more. They can take more actions, and that makes me think that they're actually going to be really fun to play with.
Mm-hmm.
I only want to watch it. That's some good chrome. What paint is it? It is Vallejo Liquid Silver. It's a alcohol-based paint that is a little bit of a pain in the butt, but it really is a very nice shiny silver.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's really, really fun. Things die, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, how many games of Old Kill Team did we have where things just never died the entire game?
It was like every other game.
And so every game, things were just limping around the board.
And what made sense and didn't make sense about Old Kill Team was the letting things live longer by giving them they had the system of flesh wounds. So as soon as you lose your last wound, which everything had 1 wound, a couple of things had 2 wounds, you would then roll a 50-50. 50-50, you're fine, or 50-50, you die.
Mm-hmm.
And it really sucked when you were fine, especially when you're fighting stuff that has like assault weapons, because it's really easy to just ignore being flesh wounded. If you're fighting any Space Marine, you can ignore penalties. If you're fighting anything with an assault weapon or a flamethrower weapon, they can ignore the penalties of flesh wounds. There was a situation where an orc knob with a flamethrower that was so good it could one-shot anything in the game had 3 flesh wounds.
Mm-hmm.
And that didn't mean anything when it came time for it to shoot.
Yep. And the flamers in this new kill team are even better. I would argue.
They are. The torrent is a really, really good rule.
That's pretty rough if a lot of things are next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Because like we didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Like you had a bunch of guard. You were playing Eldar.
Yeah.
Worlds. Pretty wild.
Mm-hmm.
And you had 3 guys next to each other, and I got to attack all 3.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna take an advantage of some of those rules coming up.
Mm-hmm.
But only one of them died.
Yeah, only one of them died. Yes. Well, 2 of them died eventually.
Yeah. Well, a lot of things died eventually.
I just wanted to remind you. But yeah, it was really, really fun.
Jacqueline Costa. Maybe the Cult Primus next time. Maybe. I'm sure it'll keep popping up on the list.
Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, if y'all wanna vote, you gotta join the Patreon to vote. The Patreon is cooking.
Yeah.
We're almost at our goal of doing battle reports.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I mean, right now, we posted a little tease of some things that we're doing, and it's actually a free. Anyone can look at it. It's public. The Patreon changes that we said. So if you want to go look at that, but too long didn't read. We're gonna add some Patreon exclusive shows.
Mm-hmm.
So every Saturday there's gonna be a Patreon exclusive shows. In a couple weeks, we have to finish them. So it's gonna be really fun.
Hajuice finally got some models primed and finally did the base for my Hive Tyrant. Neat! That's a nice big 60mm base on that Hive Tyrant.
Cat Herder, hello.
Ah, Lucky Bat is also turned on. How did that happen? Maybe when I turned off stream stuff, it automatically turns on all the layers.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention.
Boop. I have a lot of folders. I can turn off Nick. Boop. I can turn off the little pixels that border my thing.
Mm-hmm.
I can turn off me.
Yep. Do you have all of the photos of the winners from the stream?
I do still have them. I don't have the old ones. I deleted the old ones.
That makes sense.
Hey, Lucky Bat is also here, but has he said something? I think I saw him in chat. Lucky Bat is in chat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Native Noir. Dude, Custodes are these 2-man team, 18 wound monsters. It's gonna make me buy a box just for a kill team. I think you can take 4. Because, yeah, a fire team is 2, and I believe you can bring 2 fire teams. Although it seems like the thing to do is to bring 2 Custodes and then 5 Sisters of Silence. That seems to be the hot strat. But yeah, 18 wounds, and I believe 4 activation. Jacqueline Costa, would you guys recommend Tamiya putty to fill seams in my Custodes robes and capes before I prime it? It looks terrible. Yeah, probably. I like Tamiya basic putty. I think they also make a water-based putty that's a little bit less deadly. You can maybe get away with sprue glue, which is where you use Tamiya plastic cement, but you put sprue in there.
Sprue glue.
Jacob Rust, I'm so excited for Talons of the Emperor and Kill Team 2. Yeah! I'm also interested, because it seems like they changed a lot of names to be something a little bit more generic. So Talons of the Emperor, I almost feel like you could fit in more things than just Custodes in there. I mean, they have, because it's Sisters of Silence and Custodes. Like, you could probably fit, like, Inquisitors, Judiciaries, or not Judiciaries, the Judge, what are the Judge Dredd guys? But, yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that. Craft worlds instead of, like, Eldar.
Eldari, actually.
Eldari.
Is how it's pronounced. And then Drukari.
Asyanari. Blue Takamari.
That's one of my favorite armies of all time. Alvin Perez, quite excited for the Patreon stuff. Yeah.
Some of the dude, my Krieg-hearted veteran, literally managed to save against 3 bolter shots on 2 separate occasions. Like, damn, he didn't care about being shot. That's amazing. That is amazing. Because I don't know if the Krieg didn't seem that awesome. I mean, first game ever. So
first game ever.
Yeah. The Sisters of Battle though seemed pretty awesome.
Oh my god. Jeez. I mean, I would say it's the commander, though. It's, really the key. But damn. I know, I think everyone was like, geez, these Sisters of Battle. Because sometimes the games were a little rough with Sisters of Battle before.
Yeah. Yeah, they had a hard time existing.
They really hold their own.
I mean, 10 Battle Sisters with a 3-up save. Mr. Rainbow PhD, want to talk about politics? Yes, I do. I like Star Wars Episode 8 and 9. That's probably the hottest take I could ever say.
Oh my gosh.
I like 7 too. I like 7 more than 8 and 9, but I liked 8 and 9.
Yes. 7's really good.
I have problems with 8 and 9, but I like them.
Chill. Just want to throw that out there. Michael Spitz, howdy do gamers. Just wanted to say I'm now a Starbucks barista.
Nice.
Yeah. Jeez, tell us what Starbucks location you work at, and I'll go there, and I'll say a fake name, and then make you say it out loud. This coffee's for Amanda Hugging Kiss. That was my impression of Michael Spitz.
Adam Sherling, hello, I can finally use chat again. I changed my name. I used to be Jedi.
Void
Jedi.
Do you remember that?
Oh, I remember Void Jedi 16.
Who couldn't forget?
Zanubku Arbites. Yeah. Which basically just Judge Dredd. Except for, like, even more badass, because it's 40k. Power Surge. Those putties are really that bad for you? Isn't it just a bit of paste you use? The basic putty has harmful vapors, I think.
Yeah, it's... Jeez.
So you should wear a mask when you're using it. But it does dry in like a second, which is awesome for putty.
I love it. I mean, I use it a bunch. It's really good to add a little texture. It's really good. I used it to fill some gaps. And you can sand it,
Mm-hmm.
which is pretty great.
Captain Fry 24. I wish to buy another army, but I have no idea which army I want. They are all cool
Orcs.
except Tau and Eldar. Other than that, though, they're all cool.
Orcs.
I agree, though. Tau and Eldar are icky.
What's ickier, Tau or Eldar?
Tau. Yeah, Tau is pretty bad. Andy Crimson, ahoy hoy, y'all.
Hey.
Hi, Juice. I still haven't watched the new trilogy. I'm scared to not like it. I always like most things related to Star Wars. I mean, if you like Star Wars, I can't imagine you'll hate it, but I don't know. I would say if you have an opinion, and if you finish the movie and you're like, I don't know if I like that, I would say don't go and watch 50 videos on YouTube that explain why it's not good, so that they can get 100,000 views apiece.
Mm-hmm.
Cat Herder. Oh man, Adeptus Arbites kill team would be Chef's Kiss. Yeah. Remy, hi from France. As Jay loves eBay, do you guys also buy oldies in Europe? Like old people from Europe?
Maybe old models from Europe?
Not usually because of shipping. I think I have a couple of times here and there.
Old people from Europe?
But usually I buy stuff from from here in the States just because it's cheap.
Yeah.
Usually I try to find good deals on old stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Often people know what they have, and so you don't. But sometimes they don't know what they have, and then you do. Also, sometimes you're just in the right place at the right time. Because everybody wants the new stuff, but it's only like a select group of people who want the old stuff. And sometimes that group is
creeps.
willing to pay a lot of money, but sometimes they're not.
I would say creeps.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like true weirdos.
Simon the Wise Monkey cries in Wraith Lord.
A juice. I feel like Eldar needs more love. Some of
Probably.
their minis look so goofy.
Yeah. They're old.
Captain Fry 24, Imperial Knight Kill Team when?
Tomorrow. Oh, I should do another Photoshop. I think I still have the files. Jacob Rust, I'm going to 3D print new heads for my sisters. However, I'm going to make them even uglier just to piss off the battle waifu dudes. Nice. I for a little while ago, I was shopping around for anime heads for Sisters of Battle, and I couldn't find anything that good. Although I think the trick would have been, because I was kind of being dumb and I was looking for like 40K compatible anime heads. I think the trick is to find anime heads and then make them compatible.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. We have the technology. We can make this happen.
Because I think it'd be funny.
Mm-hmm.
TK Sutter Prince, remember folks, show some love and support and hit that thumbs down. We love them. If you're new to the channel, join the Motley Crew and hit that subscribe. We also have a Patreon and Discord channel.
Yes, we do. All the above.
Brett asks, all Star Wars must be either the best thing ever or the worst film ever created. There can be no in-betweens. So I'm not a big fan of everyone's favorite Star Wars, the Old Republic, the video games that took place like a billion years before real Star Wars. And randomly, YouTube suggested I watch a clip from it. And I don't know if I just saw, like, out of context, it was the weirdest, dumbest thing. And I assume it has to do with character creation, because everyone's characters looked ridiculous. But there was I guess these two people, the one person is like a fanatic, and then there were two Jedi and like a planetary governor, and the one woman is being a bit rude, and so the planetary governor slaps her to the floor, and then the Jedi uses her Jedi powers to crush her brain. And so she's just laying on the ground in a very unflattering way, and then she just jerks because her brain has been squished. And I'm like, how is this Star Wars?
What?
This is like the least, like,
What even?
Knights
Wait,
of the
what is
Old thing
this?
I've ever heard of.
What is this again?
It's the Old Republic Star Wars games.
Oh.
Knights of the Old Republic, I think. But I'm sure in because it was like supposed to be like a big deal moment when you're playing the video game. And I'm like, this does not seem very good. But it must be because Knights of the Old Republic is beloved. So I'm sure I needed more context. Power Surge, I'm kind of surprised that there's no Halo miniatures game. I think there is.
I think there is as well. I think we've talked about it.
Yeah.
Like somebody mentioned it, I think, a while ago.
Hey, Antonio, people say the Tau look out of place in the 40k universe, and then they go play with Space Elves, Egyptian Terminator skeletons, and Space Jokers and Harley Quinns. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Those all make sense, though.
Yeah, obviously. Casey on the beat. Hey Jay, what's the whole model you're working on?
This is an Ork Biker war mob.
Mm-hmm.
This is the High Marshal from War Games exclusive. I am supposed to be painting Ork Bikers, but I think they are less sticky. Maybe in like 10 more minutes I'll be brave enough to put on some. I sprayed them like right before stream, and they were really sticky, and I was like, oh no, am I gonna have to strip them or do something?
You could say that you're going to paint them bravely.
Ah, no, that would be painting them foolishly.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know if I could strip them. I mean, they're such ridiculous jigsaw puzzles of bits.
Yeah. I'm surprised people aren't saying that this is a clickbait stream because you're
That's
not working on
true.
them.
No one cares what I'm painting.
I
As long as it's 40k, everyone's good.
Mm-hmm. As long as it's Gene Stealer cults.
Yeah, there we go.
I know there may or may not have been a Gene Stealer cult option or more, and surprisingly enough, orcs.
Orcs, orcs, orcs. Boop, 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 boop. Captain Fry 24, battle waifu for the win.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, Antonio, there can be no in-betweens in Star Wars. Do or do not. There is no try. You know, I just watched the first episode of Mandalorian Season 2, and it was so unbelievably good.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good. So I'm very excited for the rest of Season 2. The Wizard MF Rogue One Surprise was a Rogue One Surprise awesome one. My favorite new one so far. I really love Rogue One. I also really love Solo.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're equal in my mind.
Good. I can see that.
Ruby BBF. Wait.
Have you seen Solo recently?
No.
That'd be, for me. That's a rewatch. I want to experience it one more time.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna watch it like a dozen more times.
I'll watch it one more time.
Probably once a year for the rest of my life.
I think one more time. Yeah.
I watched clips from it on YouTube a bunch. Of, like my favorite moments.
You watch illegally uploaded clips of the movie? 'Cause that seems a little wrong.
Mm-hmm. Rudy's BFF. Hey friends, I found the channel recently and love the upbeat nature and freedom from politics. Well, we just discussed politics, but that's okay. It's also so great that you guys paint classic miniatures. Takes me back to the old days. Nice. Yeah, we aim to be upbeat and positive and just enjoy ourselves.
Yeah, but we'll stop talking about Star Wars because of the politics. We won't do that.
Mm-hmm.
We're lying. Kick the bandit. Spread out the Gene Stealer vote.
Yeah. Manuel Castillo. Weird how Yoda deals in absolutes. Yeah, it doesn't make sense when you think about it. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. But can't hate lead to suffering? And fear lead to suffering?
Mm-hmm.
Also, isn't anger and hate a little bit the same thing? When you stub your toe and you're angry, you're pretty hateful towards the whatever chair or something you bumped into.
I remember, I think you talked about that quote on A Model's Memories, and somebody's like, actually, it absolutely makes sense.
Yeah,
And they wrote,
apparently
like
it
a
does.
5-paragraph essay of why it's correct. It's like, jeez.
I love when people leave giant comments, because I always read them, but I never respond.
Yeah. It's pretty wild.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's very weird. Like, I don't think I barely write comments. I almost never do. And imagine, like, you write almost the character limit.
Mm-hmm. I write a lot of comments because I don't have good self-care.
I leave comments on a video that I want to, on like videos that I want to do really well.
Yeah, I do that too.
That's what I do.
I click for orcs, and the first thing I see is an illegal Templar model. Shame on you, EOB. Shame. Nego L Gaming. Hi, I wanted to know your thoughts on Deathwatch and if they're decent for Space Marine Army. They're probably a really good pick for Space Marines. They're pretty good. They have lots and lots of options. They have great kits. They are probably the best Space Marine faction and kill team, if you think that might be something that interests you. Yeah, they're very cool. And they're not too hard to paint. In fact, I have a short painting tutorial on how to paint Deathwatch Space Marines.
This is true.
Logan Hockley, have you gents gotten to play Kill Team yet? My local game store had an event this past weekend and I got in a few games, really liked it so far. Yes! We did play it, I really loved it.
Mm-hmm. You're implying that I really didn't like it.
Yes, I am. I was speaking for myself.
Liked it too. That was a lot of fun. My favorite part
They
of
could
starting a new
infer
game
that you didn't
is-
like it.
What'd you say?
They could infer you didn't like it.
Yeah, there you go. My favorite part is when we start a new game and then we bicker back and forth about what the rules actually mean, and then we're both wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite part of starting a new game.
Yeah, always. Yeah, you should have seen the Monopoly Flame Wars.
Oh my goodness.
That's not how free parking works.
Mm-hmm. You took $300 instead of $200 when you passed go. Yep. Allison Perez, I have no interest in Star Wars, but your Legion content has now convinced me I could get my friend to wargame with me.
Ah.
Now, if only she would paint her own minis.
Nice. ZWQ tips, heading out. Have a nice night, everyone. Also, dances are real. Well, we'll have to agree to disagree, but thank you for the tip. ZWQ, that scene sounds like it's from the Old Republic, which has a lot going on and is also as ugly as the Knights of the Old Republic games, despite being like 10 years newer. Flow1ification. Just want to know what a battle waifu is. It's just an anime joke. Like if you take something, but then you add waifu, it's like that thing, but with an anime biddy head on it.
And biddy is a technical term?
Biddy is a technical term. Yeah.
Okay. Good. Just making sure we all are.
Yeah, that's Webster's.
Goodness gracious.
More of 16. Haven't got to a stream in a while, but nice to be here. It's nice to have you.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Richard Burns, October came early, boys. It did. It came really early.
Yeah. Simon Lobotomized Monkey. I was planning on painting along tonight, but my airbrush is giving me trouble, so I think I'll just cry instead.
Nice. Adam Sherling. I've kind of lost interest in Warhammer. I've mainly been playing games like Apex Legends, but still love the streams. I haven't been able to type in chat, though.
Neat.
Manuel Castilla. I love how the prequels show the hypocrisy of the Jedi and how they lost their way. It does and it doesn't. I feel like it does, but also, like, it's weird that the Jedi are kind of shown in a villainous light, but are also fighting against pure evil. It's very confused. It's almost like those movies aren't very good.
You said it, not me.
Well, your favorite Star Wars movie is Attack of the Clones.
Very true. Absolute favorite. Jacob Rust, do you think that Yoda could take a Grey Knight in a fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe not a named Grey Knight, but I feel like he could take a generic Grey Knight.
Like an OG.
Yeah, no one could defeat oh god, who's the guy who's stuck in the warp? No, I'm forgetting my Grey Knights. I guess there's Crow, Commander Crow, or Conrad Crow or something, who just got a new model. But I was thinking of the classic, the guy who's stuck in the warp. Chat has already probably typed it 3 times.
Caldor Drago?
Caldor Drago! Oh, good old Caldor Drago. There's some great flash kits. There's a great flash kit animation with Caldor Drago. Josh Guire. Nick, your terrain video kicked serious ass. Great job, buddy.
Yeah! It's a good one.
Manuel Castilla. Return of the Jedi, Luke does have the best outfit in all of Star Wars. I mean, are we all forgetting Jar Jar Binks? And his dope vest? Exactly. Kino Kinones. I personally blame every issue with the prequels on Lucas's failed marriage. I agree. George Jardo, totally not controversial fact, Darth Maul was lame. Darth Maul was lame, but he didn't have to be. It was kind of a tragedy. I mean, we know he's not lame because he's cool in Clone Wars. Basically, everything that was lame in the movies was not lame in Clone Wars. Some stuff was still lame, like Jar Jar.
What? I didn't know that Jar Jar was lame in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching for the Jar Jar. Anyone else a little bit offended by that?
I am.
You're offended by the thing that you said.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty much always offended, though.
Damn, this guy's got some shoulders.
Andrew Simmons, Jar Jar is a Sith Lord.
Probably.
Yes.
Not only is he a Sith Lord, he's the Sith Lord.
Do you think they'll ever bring Jar Jar back for anything?
No. I bet we see a Gun in Mandalorian because they like to do kind of deep cuts, and they like things to be a little bit subtle. Manuel Castilla, was it confirmed that Darth Jar Jar was planned? No, Darth Jar Jar is just a fan idea. And Lindsay, I was once told by an old friend that Darth Maul was nothing but fan service. Some people say he was nothing but fan service in Solo. I don't know what fans he would have been servicing back in like 1999 when he showed up, but if you ever had to design an evil character, black robes, red lightsaber, horns, black and red face paint, yellow teeth, yellow eyes. I mean, he's pretty like stereotypical evil.
Mm-hmm. Power Surge. Jay or Nick, can you look at my question in Patreon only and just say yay or nay? I don't want to spoil anything. Yes. Anything is possible. That's what I'm going to say.
That's a good answer.
Maybe not at the moment, but at some point maybe.
Simply mini painting, Boba Fett is fan service and overrated. Probably, but I mean he's pretty beloved because he had a badass action figure. Also, he was genuinely cool in Empire Strikes Back. And that was it. Also in like the comic books and stuff that was made for him to be a badass. YAD Aradu Prelogy is the best trilogy. Prove me wrong. I agree that the Prelogy is the best.
Mm-hmm.
Zerg 619. Oi, ya gets ya painting a bike for the boys. Ya make them look good. I am painting the bikes. I'm painting the bikes right now.
I like in on the I know this is I'm about to say something nice about Games Workshop, so get the show cards out. The show bingo cards. But what's kind of cute is on the Warhammer community Instagram, if you ask a question like an orc would, they respond to you like an orc.
Aww.
Which is really cute. That's like one of the cutest
That
things in the
is.
whole
Games
world.
Workshop hates its fans.
I know, but sorry to shill. Daily dose of shill. This stream has been sponsored by Warhammer Community and the shills that we are. Kino Kinones, Ewoks are coming to Legion, so now I can finally build my teddy bear army.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be pre-ordering Ewoks, but I'm sure there's someone out there.
Does it all look good? I haven't seen any.
I haven't looked at it yet.
Interesting. So is it like a whole new thing?
It's a sub faction. So it's a faction you can ally with another faction. I don't remember if you can only ally them with other good guy factions or any faction, but
interesting.
Dustin Zechariah, Boba Fett surviving the Sarlacc pit, which was pretty bass, isn't it? I mean, technically he didn't, because George Lucas had him be eaten by the Sarlacc, and then the Sarlacc burps. Richard Burns, I will run Oops All Ewoks just to tilt people who hate the overpowered little turds. Yeah. Like, the Ewoks in the movies weren't even good. I do think it is interesting that they're bringing in Ewoks when I feel like there is more stuff that's like more popular than Ewoks. I guess maybe they're just testing the waters because they're also bringing out the Scum and Villainy, which I mean is not particularly Ewok-y, but it a little bit is. Like, hey, let's do like the really cool bounty hunter bad guys. Okay, so what should we do for the good guys? I don't know, Ewoks.
Where's Ray? Where's Finn?
Where's Ray? Where's Finn? Where's Poe?
Poe would be really cool. I like Poe.
I like Poe. I like all the new characters.
Poe really should be in a ship, though.
Yeah.
But I like Poe.
I mean, remains to be seen, but I don't know how much I love vehicles in Legion. I feel like they're janky. Because all of a sudden with vehicles, you basically can't have any terrain because of how little mobility vehicles have. They have to make one, like, up to 90-degree pivot a turn. And they can't overlap anything, except sometimes they can, depending on what class of vehicle they are.
So you have to set up the board for that?
Well, I've ran into some troubles in my games where it's like, oh, well, I wish, like, not realizing the mistakes I was making. Like, I'm like, oh, I no longer have, like, a legal move with this guy because there's pieces of terrain within 6 inches of me, and how on earth is it impossible for me to miss clipping this piece of terrain? Like, I would need, like, 15 inches of room. Manuel Castilla, all the old books got erased from canon, right? I mean, they sort of did and sort of didn't. They were never... I didn't ever feel like they were super crazy hardcore canon. I feel like the movies were always hard canon, and that was it.
So they were canon fodder?
Yeah. 1313S tips. I changed my name from Mr. Juggalo to match my Discord name, 1313S, not 1313S. And good shilling, remember to buy 2 compendiums for Kill Team. So it's 1313's, not 1313S.
But you're gonna say 13.
I'm gonna say 1313S, yeah.
One of my favorite things is when this is the most rude thing that we do, is when people say what their name is and then we just don't. But
Because I know what their name is. I always get it right.
1313s. That's a lot of 13s.
I'm glad I painted the pouches on his back. Because there's no way to see them. Man, this guy is chunky once you got the cape on there.
Sebastian, hey, good news, guys. I asked a few days back, but I ended up getting Octeris after hearing your opinion. Thank you.
Ah, nice.
Sweet.
Yeah,
it's fun.
New Kill Team seems great.
We played a game. We're gonna play more games.
Oh yeah, I'm super excited to build a whole bunch of kill teams, which looks real easy to do.
Yes.
Because you just pick stuff.
God, is it good? That was one of the things that I wished. I was like, I don't want to tally up points. And you don't have to. You just pick a list. Pick out a list. And the game's more fun. That's the magical part.
That's really the big one. Yeah.
Yep.
It's just the game is good. Take us to your friends. Remember, folks, show some love and support and hit that thumbs down. We love them. If you're new to the channel, join the Motley Crew and hit that subscribe. We also have a Patreon and Discord channel. Oh boy, do we ever have a Patreon.
Hell yeah, it's cooking.
And a Discord channel.
We're gonna have Patreon specific videos coming up. It'll be very exciting. Honestly, we have a lot of things cooking.
Lots.
Like just in the background and everything. You know, we're pretty close to that Patreon goal to get battle reports cooking. So we're already starting to figure that out. It's be a lot of fun.
Simon Labar's monkey, airbrush has been brute forced into working. The painting shall commence.
There you go.
Sebastian, thoughts on Necromunda? Necromunda looks badass, but I just don't have time for that game.
Yeah. If you had to play one of the Games Workshop like boxed games, essentially, you had to pick one out of all of them. Which one would you pick?
I kind of dig Adeptus Titanicus. I think it looks cool. I like the mechs. They look like cool models to have and to build. I like the idea of like instead of because it's just so different. Like instead of having a team of guys, you just have one giant guy that you just beat on for the whole game, and like you lose a finger and then an arm and then a foot and then a extra gun.
I think for me it'd be Aeronautica Imperialis.
Yeah, I could also get in that game. The only problem I have with the
Aeronautica?
no, not Aeronautica, Necromunda is it looks like a lot. Like it looks like there's an awful lot to it. Like Aeronautica looks like you could pick it up pretty easy.
It does.
But with
I feel a little bit the same way with Blood Bowl.
yeah,
There's a little reading involved, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Figuring out what the benefits of the different teams are and the different models, the different expansions.
Because I would also really like to do Blood Bowl as well. That'd be pretty fun. But yeah, I don't know.
Blah, 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 blah. Benjamin Reynolds, where's these bikes? They're here. I think they're less sticky. Something weird happened to his sword, but I think it's just because I picked it up by the sword. But it's okay if orcs are a little messy. God, I hope they stop being sticky. I think they will be. If not, I'll put on a coat of clear coat, and that'll either make everything better or way worse. Casey on a beat. Hey Nick, I have a question for you. In the video about the Dawn of War game terrain, you mentioned giving us the measurements, but I couldn't find them. Where are they?
They should be in that same folder.
On the Patreon?
Yes, they're on the Patreon. But so on the Patreon, you click the link, and it brings you to a folder, and it should be in there. It should be with all the STLs and stuff. I'm trying to find the link to make sure. I guarantee it's in there though. Plasma generator free. Yeah, there's so once you're in the main folder that it links to, there's a plasma generator plans. Click on that, then there's 2 images, and that has the overall dimensions. In fact, can I just share the link? Yeah.
I'm super excited to get this Hellbrick finished because
that's the link to the plans.
I'm pretty sure Games Workshop's going to come out with their Hellbrick in a couple of weeks. But we'll see which one's cooler.
This one might be.
Yeah.
It won't be as crazy.
It won't be this crazy. I'm almost positive the Games Workshop one will not be stabbing an orc. Wouldn't it be hilarious though if it's like identical? Because this is actually based off of a piece of artwork. And it could totally be the Games Workshop also bases theirs off of the same piece of their artwork. Dustin Zechariah, I know you've mentioned this before. Jay, where is that Hellbrick sculpt from? He's freaking awesome. This is from a company called War Games Exclusive. It's called the Marshall.
Basement Goblin. Will tomorrow's stream be 1.5 instead of 2? It really should be 1 again. Nah, it's gonna be 2. Brian Nielsen. So Nick, do you recommend the Anycubic Photon Ultra? That's quite the question. God. I mean, you know, I've used Eligumar's printers, and then I've used this one, and I have like the normal Mars, like the OG Mars, and I can say that this printer is way better than that one. But I've never tried any of the other photons, so I don't know how it compares to the other photons. But I can say that the quality is really, really good. I've printed a bunch of really small models on it, and you can't even tell it's 3D printed. Like, it's that good of detail. And then and that's not even like all of the crazy settings that you can set, because apparently my computer can't handle it. You have to have a PC for some of the other settings, and so yeah, I don't know. It's pretty good, but I don't know exactly how it compares to the Mono or the Mono X, because those two seems like the one. So I'm not sure how it compares. Maybe TK's 3D prints might have an idea for you. Because I would like to see, because I've never used a 4K printer before, and it'd be interesting to see how the 4K printer compares to the Ultra. Because I'm using a normal 2K.
YA Dioradu. Blood Bowl is very easy to get on to pick up. There's really not much there to understand. Neat. I know we watched part of a battle report. We bought the box. We didn't touch it for like 3.5 years, and then they came out with new Blood Bowl.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's a little sad because we almost need to buy the other box, or we need to buy the new rules to like really know what's going on, or to, if we want to make a video about it, you kind of have to know what's going on.
Speaking of know what has to go on, I gotta go grab a paint off the other desk.
I wonder why all the paints are everywhere. Who knows? Brian Nielsen. Because the Kickstarter starts tomorrow, and the first people get it for $200 off. Oh yeah, that is here. Let me read what TK's 3D Print said. If you're low on cash, I would say get the Photon Mono. The printer has a larger base plate, but if you have the money for the Ultra, then it's worth getting even with the smaller build plates. That's very true. You're not printing a tank on this. It's way smaller. Oh yes, this is another consideration. TK's 3D Prints, but you're stuck with the Photon Workshop slicer with the Ultra at the moment. This is true, and it's a little crappy. I really like the printer. I really like everything about it, but I don't like the Workshop. It's kind of crummy.
Harold Kearns. Hey guys, sitting here watching and listening, working on my Age of Sigmar Be'lakor army along with you. An Age of Sigmar Be'lakor army. So do you have like 10 Be'lakors? Love your content. Thanks. Thanks for all you guys do. Nice.
Yeah.
Glad you're enjoying it. Maybe one day I'll paint a Be'lakor.
Ooh, this is a good question. Casey on the Beat, could you still print a generator? You could, but it would take a long time because you'd probably have to print it vertically. But somebody printed. I know somebody's messaged, or they left a comment and they said that they printed the whole thing out of resin, which is pretty interesting.
I bet most hobby enthusiasts, or not miniature enthusiasts, don't have a plastic machine.
And it works either way if you want to make it out of resin. I wouldn't, because you drop things, you smash things, and it's a little fragile.
Captain Fry 24. If I get an Imperial Knight, should I magnetize it? Probably. It's a pretty easy first magnetization project, and you can use big ass magnets. I have magnetized mine, and I'm thinking about getting another one because I kind of want to do a big pink Slanesh Chaos Knight. In one of the Models of Memories Weekly, I talk about how everyone should have a knight because it's a great loner army, where you just loan them the model, and you let them stomp around and have a lot of fun wrecking stuff. Some people, though, took it to mean that I thought that you should have a loner knight army, which I don't think. I think literally, no matter what point level you're playing at, just give them one knight, and they're going to have a blast. Dustin Zechariah, Chaos Demons need more undivided units. Wait, how would there... What would a Chaos Undivided model be? Because aren't they all, like, tiny pieces of the Chaos Gods? Casey on the beat. Ooh, large knight with big titties. Exactly.
I like it.
Captain Fry 24. Knights are fun for everyone. I bet. In Crimson, looking for some neat minis for an upcoming challenge. Got an awesome idea. Squashed it because shipping is ridiculous. Time to keep looking, I guess. That's too bad.
Yep.
Shipping is rough. Often.
It is rough. It's often rough. I know. I don't think I mentioned. Yeah, I did mention it on stream because this was yesterday. But I was looking for shipping some stuff for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
And I have. So there's the flat rate, the USPS flat rate boxes, right? And they're shipping it across the country would be $8. But if I bought a random box that was about the same size as that box, and I just did the measurements and I told it how heavy it was, then it was $4. So for the same box with the same weight, it's two different prices. But just because it's not the USPS box. And it's still insurance and tracking. It's wild. Doesn't make any sense.
I've almost finished painting Helbrecht, and I'm painting it with a garbage Walmart brush.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think brushes are that important. I guess if I was painting it to an incredible level, I suppose I'd probably want a better brush. But I'm just painting it real good.
Lol. BBQ sauce. Hold on, that's no work.
What are you talking about? You can totally see an orc.
Mm-hmm.
There's 100% an orc and a bike on this stream.
Mm-hmm. Jeez, what do you think we're doing? Clickbaiting, you guys?
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous. Power Surge, question about shipping. Why many places say free shipping after spending 35 plus? How does it work? People are just hoping that you spend a lot more money.
Yeah, they eat the cost.
They eat the cost of the shipping. Because probably if you're spending 35 bucks, even if the shipping's kind of crazy, you're covering the shipping.
Yeah, they'll make their money.
Because they're hoping that you spend, $100, $200.
Mm-hmm. They also probably always want you to buy more. So like I bet they make a little bit less money if you buy something for $8 and then have it shipped for $4, because they just have to get the item and then put it in a bag and send it to you. But like putting a bunch of stuff in a box for $50 is like more worth their while.
Kick the Bandit. Flat rate boxes are great for shipping heavy stuff. I've shipped machine parts for $8 flat rate versus 32 standard. Yeah, because
nice.
you could put just a bunch of lead in the box and ship it.
That'd be hilarious. Just a giant block of tungsten.
Yeah.
They're just like, this is impossibly heavy. And speaking of impossibly heavy...
Oh my goodness, I didn't even realize.
Yeah. You guys were here when I painted Helbrecht on an orc stream.
And you're welcome for that one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we had a video out today. We have 2 more videos out this week, and we'll be back tomorrow with another live stream at 9 p.m. So join us for that.
You better believe it. And in that one, I will paint orc bikers.
Mm-hmm. And that's a promise right there.
All right, everybody. Good night.
Good night.